That's a short pour today, folks, because Chris already filled up his cup before we started recording.
Yeah, I fucked that up a little bit. I was just eager to have some of this delicious coffee that we're drinking.
Oh my god, I am so excited to talk about it. But hey guys, I'm Rachel.
What's up? I'm Chris.
It's like you forgot there for a second.
Yeah, who am I?
Yeah. Who is she? This is Coffee with Chachel, and today we are talking all about the college experience.
Yes. Seems like it was just yesterday. Not really at all.
Honestly, does it feel that far away? Because, alright, if you don't know, we graduated.
2014.
Did we? Oh my god.
Yes.
So, it's just been a year, you know, just a whole year, and wow, interesting. But before we get into the topic of today's video, obviously we have to talk about this delicious coffee. Sounded like Sandra Lee.
Delicious. Have you ever seen that video on YouTube?
It's too global. No, fuck. I love that binge. So I have a friend, Rebecca, that lives in Seattle, but she is originally from Eugene, Oregon. And she has a sister that works for one of those super nice, like, fancy coffee roasting places, you know? And they got us a bag of the coffee from this place, which is called Coffee Plant Roaster, which I need to go to at some point.
Yeah, when we eventually make our way down to Oregon.
And this is the, what does it say? Single origin Ethiopian blend. And Rebecca said that there was like a hint of cherry.
Yeah, this stuff.
I'm so sad that we're out of that bag now.
Yeah, it was a good thing. And the thing about it was that, like, they roast, like
all the time.
Yeah, it's not been, like, sitting for a while. They roasted this on the 6th.
Oh my god.
Which,
I feel so fancy with this in my cup. Like, I'm savoring these this is the final pot of coffee. We have been, like, trying to make this last, because it was kind of like a small bag, but I am, like, going to order this online or something. Like, I swear.
Yeah, definitely. That was really fucking good.
So enjoying this right now. It's very smooth and mild, but, like, it's got that really nice, robust coffee flavor that I love, and it's not too bitter. It's not even bitter, like, at all.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just so pleasant.
We gotta start getting more, like, local places.
I know. We've been slacking on the coffee front because we really didn't want to spend the money.
Local,
but now we can, because we have a bed.
GMO-free, you know.
Farm to table.
Farm to table.
Farm to bean. So that's really exciting. But I guess we should talk about really fast, because it's exciting news, too. We finally got our P.O. box.
Let's repeat that again for everybody that didn't believe us.
Everyone just spit out their coffee.
We have a P.O. box.
A P.O. box.
A P.O. box.
It's been 5 years since I've made a YouTube channel, and every year I get asked about it, and I've always been moving around, so I'm like, I'll wait. And now we can finally get one, but it's mostly for the Coffee with Chachel podcast, TBH.
Yes. So now, as I'm sure you guys are probably holding on to, some of you probably got some Wawa bags. You can now...
I'm screaming. So many of you guys have, like, already told us that you bought us coffee, and you've just been waiting for the box, so we got it. I don't know what the address is off the top of my head, but you will see it. It will be everywhere. We're going to tweet it out on our Coffee with Chachel Twitter after this goes up. It's
going to be in the bio of that Twitter as well.
Same with, like, Instagram. It'll be in all of the descriptions of all of our podcasts on iTunes and all that shit, and it'll be in my YouTube descriptions, too. But if you ever just want to know what it is, we can tweet it to you, too. But I just don't remember what it is off the top of my head.
Yeah, that's fine. But
yay!
I feel like... Where are we gonna put this stuff? We don't. Our cabinets, like,
I know. Like, we live in a very small apartment, and you know what? We'll just have to make, like, I don't know. We'll just have to make, like, you know what we could do? We could go to Target. We could get one of those, like, little fabric bins that's like a square, and we could just fill that with the bags of coffee and put it on top of the counter, and it'll be cute.
Yeah.
Or we could put it in our fucking fruit bowl that we never use. We can make it a coffee bowl.
Yeah, that's true too. Let me tell you, we will not have a problem with sniffing fragrances in this household for a long time.
Our nostrils are going to be so cleansed. I am so excited. I cannot wait to see what you guys do. And I think what we were planning on doing, don't even freak, but around Christmas time, we're feeling like it's possible that we could do, like, a coffee exchange type of thing. Maybe, like, do, like, a raffle or something, like a coffee Secret Santa. That's what I really want to get to. I don't know how to do it yet. So if you guys have any ideas, if you guys especially have ever, like, had an online Secret Santa, if there was, like, a website or program that you might have used to, like, help organize it, if you have any ideas, hit us up because I really want to make that a thing.
Yeah, we felt like that'd be a really cool idea to just, like, there's coffee places all over the country, and there's a whole bunch of local different ones that have really great and awesome flavors. So, like, how cool would it be to just, like,
we all send them to different people, and you guys
trade them around and stuff. That'd be so cool.
Yeah, and we could obviously send them from Seattle.
Yeah.
And it would be cool.
Yeah,
I just think
definitely.
that would be a really fun idea. So let me know what you guys think about it, because, I mean, we have so many plans. We're very, very excited. This is our new baby. But yeah. So that's all the updates for the minute.
Yeah, we got some more announcement stuff, so stick around to the end of the show where we'll talk a little bit more about that stuff, but we want to jump into the topic here. So, once again, we asked you guys on Twitter to send us in some questions, and you Patreons. We also asked on the Patreon feed for your college questions.
Yes, we are talking all about college today, because that's where Chris and I met.
Yeah.
So, I mean, our entire college experience, because we met, like, within the first few weeks, because we lived in the same dorm building.
Yeah.
Our whole experience has been kind of like...
The majority of our relationship has been while we were in college, which is fucked up.
Isn't that fucked up?
Yeah, it's really fucked up. It's not going to be until, like, another, like, 2 to 3 years from now where we could say, like, most of our relationship has been out of college.
That'll be great. Yeah. So...
Older, wiser, more mature.
Shut up. Mature this. I just think of, like, those Cheez-It boxes. Yeah. And there's, like, this cheddar. Is he old enough? He's never old enough. Oh, man. I've eaten far too many Cheez-Its. All right. So I guess we can just, like, jump right in with the questions. You guys asked them at the Coffee with Chachel Twitter, which is CoffeeWithChrachel, because Twitter sucks. So I'm just going to scroll through here and go on in. Okay.
By the way, guys... from last episode, if you listened, I cut my finger. It's healing nicely, just to let you know.
I guess we should have given them a fucking update.
Yeah, I'm going to be getting the stitches out in a couple of days, but it's been healing quite nicely.
Of course, this happens, like, right before the Vlogger Fair event.
So I'm going to be walking around with, like, this fucking, like, bandage all over my finger.
Oh, I didn't think about that. I'm just thinking, like, to get your stitches out. Like, it's just, of course...
Oh, yeah, that too.
Yeah. Okay, so just jumping right in. Do you have any general financial tips? Which is obviously important when you're going to college.
Oh, man.
I would say...
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, I mean, we are frugal as hell. I would say my number one best financial tip is to please just buy store brand everything. Literally throw out whatever ideas you had about store brand. As long as you look at the ingredients and you know that they're the same fucking ingredients and the same amounts, then it's the same thing, but you're not buying Tylenol anymore.
Listen, I can tell you, I know for a fact that store brand Easy Mac exists, so just get that. Because we all know that's what everybody's eating on, like, Saturday nights after a party.
But I gotta say,
Easy Mac, so...
Giant brand Easy Mac, like in the box, not like the stupid microwavable cups. No, nothing will ever make those taste good, in my opinion. No. The one in the box, however, is God's gift to this fucking hell planet. Yeah. It's the one thing good about this whole earth is this shitty fake mac and cheese. And there is the Giant brand, and I think the Giant brand kicks Kraft's ass. It's so much better.
I know Kraft, like, recently changed theirs to, like, get rid of, like, the fucking obnoxious orange color and stuff.
That's half the fun, in my opinion.
Yeah. Giant brand, still definitely better, and buy fucking store brand.
Store brand everything, medicine, everything. Like, you will be so surprised how many things that you can get in the store brand and how many dollars you can fucking save. Like, it's unreal. And, like, in my household, like, growing up, we bought name brand everything, and I was like, that was my mindset when I came to college, and Chris was like, no, my mom taught me correct. So...
There's, like, very few things that are really, like, you should get the name brand, but I can't think
of... Philadelphia cream cheese.
Oh, yeah, well, there's
that. No, there will be never. As a Jew, there will never be a store brand cream cheese that is on par with the classic brick. But, yeah, I think, like, that's literally the one thing that I get.
Also...
Name brand. And, like, coffee, I guess.
This is really random, but, like, what is the cold sore cream that
Oh my god, the expensive Abriva.
Abriva, that's it.
Fuck
yeah, nothing
that.
else works though.
Yeah.
Nothing else works. So,
I've never had anything that worked as good as that, but it's like...
Abriva is literally...
It's like $50 per drop.
Yeah,
like,
literally. It's so fucking expensive.
Why? And like, don't even get me started. But I think that's... Do you have any other financial advice besides...
I would say never in your life buy a fucking textbook from the school store.
Yes.
Never, ever, ever, ever.
It is the worst mistake you can possibly make. It's dumb. Use slug books. Literally.
Use Chegg.
Chegg. You can. It's just stop it.
I mean, honestly,
Amazon,
like, even our school had on one of our websites there was like a forum kind of like Craigslist kind of posting thing where people could list their textbooks. Check there, because I mean, if our school had it, every school's got to have it.
Because our school was shitty.
Yeah, so just whatever you do, avoid the fucking school store for books at all costs. I dropped fucking $500 on 2 books on my first semester.
My parents didn't know anything, and so they, the first round of textbooks, it was like $400 for the first semester, and I was like, what the fuck? And I had to pay for it, so I was like, okay, I'm not that busy at Starbucks. I don't even get tips at my Starbucks, so I was like, what the fuck?
Now knowing that, like, I could have fucking bought an iPad for the same price as my calculus textbook. Like, that fucks me up.
I know, you cannot play 2 dots on your calculus textbook or my singing monsters.
I can connect 2 dots with a graph in my book.
You're not wrong. Oh. Alright. Moving on. What was the weirdest class you had to take? Mine was gender, sexuality, and Asia. That is random.
Wow, what the fuck?
At first I was like, what? This is basic. Okay.
Most
I didn't take the class, but remember Amish?
Yeah, I remember that was a class.
If you don't know, our school that we went to was Millersville University, which is in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, which is where Breaking Amish is filmed and shit. So, like, that's the whole dig. I mean, yes, there were horse and buggies everywhere. Yes, there were parking lots for them. Like, it was just, you knew you were around the Amish. There was that store, Amish stuff.
Yeah, not just stuff. Amish stuff.
That's the tagline literally on the sign. But yeah, there was a class that was called Amish. Yeah. And it was like studying Pennsylvania. I don't even remember what it was.
It's just like studying the Amish culture.
But like everybody around was just like, oh, I'll see you at my 3:00 Amish. Like it was just the way that everyone was talking about it was just so bizarre. And I'm sure that's not taught across the country.
At 3:00 I'm going to be Amish.
Yeah, it was just an interesting thing. But I didn't take that. I don't know. I took kind of like normal.
I tried to avoid those. I mean, like, honestly, like, my curriculum for meteorology was, like, so many classes. I didn't have, like, a lot of space in there, so I didn't take a lot of weird ones. I mean,
I wanted to take transformational grammar, but it was always fucking full.
What the fuck is that?
I wanted to take it. I knew, well, it was taught by a guy that I really liked, and he was really good. I had a linguistics class by him, and I really liked him. And I just wanted to be better with my grammar.
Transformational grammar.
I wanted it to transform me. Okay. There are lots of questions. All right. Any advice on how to overcome anxiety or deal with public speaking and presentations? I am not the best person to ask this question to, because while I have terrible anxiety, it has nothing to do with public speaking for some reason. Like, that is something that I've always been extremely comfortable with, and I don't know why. It literally makes no sense, and for the longest time I didn't even think I had anxiety, because I was like, well, I give great speeches and I can be on a stage all the time.
Yeah.
But you are very nervous about public speaking.
I am very nervous about it. I wouldn't say that I have, like, great advice, considering I'm still a little bit nervous talking in front of, like, an actual, like, crowd in real life. So, like, giving speeches was a little weird. I just knew that, like, I liked to fill up my speeches, come up with some shitty-ass puns or jokes, because that's just my style. And that's how I alleviate that anxiety. But
because if you can get the whole class to laugh on, like, a boring topic, I feel very validated, and I feel like I'm doing a good job. You know?
That's usually,
if you can get college kids to get a laugh.
That's the main thing that I did. And then the professors were like, oh, hey, these kids are actually engaged in this presentation, so they're doing a good job.
Like,
that's usually what I tried to do.
I think my biggest thing is to just keep practicing it before you go up. Like, Chris would always give his speeches to me, and I would always give my speeches, and we would time each other, you know, if there's, like, a time constraint. I was a communications major, so speeches were literally, like, I had at least a speech every week to give, if not, like, 2. It was, remember that one time that I gave 3 speeches in one day?
Yeah, I remember that. That was really fucked up.
Like, I didn't know if I could, like, memorize them all, but that's why I just rely on improv, honestly. I'm just a hot mess. But I would say practicing and, yeah, some sort of, like, genuine kind of joke or something can also, like, make that seem less weird and awkward.
Yeah. What else you got going on here?
Okay. Going into sophomore year, how do you keep in touch with freshman year friends, especially now that you're not in dorms? Well...
Oh, this is not what I thought for a second there.
I thought it was going to be high school friends.
Yeah, that's why I was
My
saying
advice was going to be like, I don't really...
It's a little weird because, like, our sophomore year, we were still in dorms.
Alright, so, like, just think about junior year. We all are not living on top of each other anymore. We're in apartments.
I feel like, at this point, that you've found the friends that, like...
Well, sophomore year, did you found the friends?
Well, I mean, I was in the cult of meteorology, so, like, kind of, I did.
I was all over the place. I feel like I didn't really make friends that, like, I really wanted to have around for a long time in, like, till junior year for me. But I think, like, the people that you still talk to if you're not, like, living with, I feel like it'll happen naturally. And you don't even really have to worry about it because the people that you don't see all the time and you don't feel like are making an effort to see you now that you're not living on top of each other, I feel like aren't really worth it, and they were just, like, the friends of convenience anyway. And it might suck, but you'll be happier with the people that, like, you know, are just around because they want to see you anyway. But, I don't know. I feel like I didn't really have to experience this.
I just think it would, like you said, just happen naturally if you and that other person are both willing to make the time and make the plans to hang out and do stuff. Then, like, it's gonna happen, and you guys are gonna have a good time because you both want to do it.
I'm just like, this is a foreign question to me because I'm like, how big is your school? Like, our school is so tiny that this probably wouldn't happen. I feel like I saw people that I had, like, orientation week with all the time just from walking around. But if you're, like, at Penn State or some other college that's like a city or in a city, then I can see how this might be more difficult.
I think our college was literally like 8,000 to 10,000 people. Like, it's not a lot at all. That's like your high school.
Yeah, true. Actually, really true. So, alright. My phone fucking decided to turn off. That's cool. Okay. I know you've talked about it before, but are there any traditions you still have from your college years? God. I mean, all of our inside jokes are from college, and those are, like, our traditions. Like, our Christmas traditions are all from college, which is fucked up.
I don't know. A lot of traditions also revolved around, like, going to certain places, and we don't live there anymore.
Yeah, we did have some good traditions, but we've had to give them up. I guess we're making all brand new ones here because, like, we do still do the similar things that we were doing. Like, we were going out to restaurants, getting coffee. Like, you know, we love to do that kind of thing, going shopping. But now we just do it here in Seattle where we had never lived before. I don't know.
We just, like, adaptive traditions.
Yeah, ours move and work. Let me see here. How the fuck do you pack for college? Overpacking / there's so many question marks. I love this. It's me. How the fuck do you pack for college? Overpacking / underpacking? Also loans? FAFSA? Like,
oh god, fuck FAFSA.
Yeah, they just want
you
everything.
To feel misery.
I hate them.
And, like, my dad, like, he was all about, like, you need to learn how to do all of these things to, like, be an adult and stuff. So he literally had me, like, sit down and fill out, like, all the FAFSA forms and stuff like that, like, by myself. He helped me out, like, the first year, but then after that I had to do all this shit on my own and, like, do it all myself. And FAFSA, like, can honestly suck my ass because I make it incredibly hard.
Yeah.
That was really annoying.
What was our first question? Oh, packing.
You can never make FAFSA fun, so...
That'll never happen. It's like the DMV. There's just some things in life that are just hell incarnate.
It's usually surrounding the government.
Yeah.
Anyway, packing.
Packing is not fun.
No, never.
If you have to decorate your stupid dorm room, please, by all means, pack like as many flat objects as possible.
Yes.
Do not think that you're gonna have your antique teacup set that reminds you of Marie Antoinette, because it'll break.
Don't be worried if like your family does not have like a large vehicle, and so you need to get a U-Haul truck, because there were so many.
Yeah,
U-Hauls.
I never had to do a U-Haul.
Yeah, we both had families that had large SUVs,
SUVs,
so like we never had to do that.
But like, don't be anxious, like, because I know how you feel. Like, I would be anxious to be like, oh, there's nobody else gonna have a moving truck. There will be people with moving trucks. People bought like furniture. I didn't. I bought like
yeah, right.
all of the Target dorm stuff that you're supposed to buy. The scratchy duvet cover for the twin extra long. That was all purple, and then I had a purple extension cord to match my purple beanbag chair, to match my purple...
We still have that purple extension cord. It's plugged into the microwave over there.
Yeah, it's fucked up. But packing, I would say, like, just go through your clothes, and if you can't remember the last time you wore it or felt good wearing it, just keep it at your house. Like, don't bring it with you. And also, if you're moving, like, in the summertime, you don't need to bring all your winter clothes yet. If your parents are cool or you don't live that far away, then they could probably, like, ship them to you, or you could just, like, go home and get them and come back. But it depends on where you live, too.
Yeah.
But I didn't bring my winter clothes with me because I was only, like, 2 to 3 hours away. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Oh, man. And I don't know if this is, like, kind of shitty sounding, but, like,
Mementos?
I didn't bring, well, yeah, mementos, and also, like, leisure activities. Like, I didn't pack a lot of them, because there was not a lot of...
Well, you brought your video game stuff.
Yeah, I did, but I didn't bring a lot of video games.
I brought my guitar, that was it.
Yeah, it's just, like, there was not a lot of time for that kind of stuff. I don't know. But mementos, like, you don't really need a lot of mementos.
Yeah, I didn't really bring, like, a lot of things that, like, had sentimental value just because I was worried about them getting fucked with, TBH.
Yeah, that's also something, too. That could... I
don't trust anybody.
Yeah.
Like, sorry.
College idiots are idiots. Like,
oh my god, I was terrified having my guitar there, and but I just didn't want to get rid of it.
Didn't one of my roommates break your strings?
No, that was fucking Jesse.
Oh, I thought somebody else broke your strings too.
You know what? That probably happened. I don't remember. I get really mad when somebody breaks my strings.
He actually could play guitar. So like,
yeah, he had like 6 guitars. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy. Okay. What 3 things got you through college alive? Barely alive.
Holy crap.
Okay. I'm going to say... dry shampoo.
Not a fucking lie. When you made that discovery, that was like...
Oh, that was like the faucets in our dorms. The water was just different water I wasn't used to. It was like too soft, too hard, whatever. I don't know what it was, but it made my hair oily as fuck. It also could have been like the perpetual stress. But I was oily, and man, dry shampoo. I mean, if we're being honest, like weed. And then Chris. Like... those are my top 3 things. Top 3 college essentials, if you will. They definitely helped make it a lot smoother.
And for me, I'm going to say, not ironically, coffee. Because, I mean, hey, I love coffee. And that's like the energy, that is the water, as we said, of college students.
We didn't drink real water.
The Columbia Diner, which, if anybody that lives in the Lancaster area, if you know yeah, I know, who's fucking listening to this that lives in Lancaster, but if you know the Columbia Diner, like, it was just the 24-hour diner in the town, and we went there all the fucking time, random times at night, to, like, just relax, and I miss that place.
I do. Like, there are places in Seattle, kind of, but they're not as cheap, and they're not open 24/7, and they're not as good. I'm sorry.
Columbia Diner was just so...
But you can get a fabulous brunch here.
And my last would be the sweatpants I'm wearing right now, because fuck real clothing.
Those are, like, fused to your asshole. Okay. What was your biggest college regret? I know what yours is.
Yeah, my biggest regret is not changing my fucking major.
Tell them the story, Chris.
Okay, so, well, I mean, I was always planning on going to school for meteorology, and I picked my school that I went to because of meteorology. They were one of the only 2 in the fucking state that had the program, and so go there, doing it. It's pretty fun. The meteorology program's like one of the top in the fucking nation, so I'm like having a great fucking time. And then like midway through, I'm like, having what I called my mid-college career crisis, where I was like, what am I doing? What do I want to do? Like, I don't know. So if you have that happen to you, like, it's totally normal for you to question your entire life, because as a fucking 20-year-old, I was not ready to determine my future path here.
Mine happened, like, the first semester. I was like, I hate English. I
So,
just want to stop.
I did a semester where I was like, okay, I'm going to plan this where I can still take, like, classes that are required for meteorology, but also test out some computer science classes, because that would be the major I would switch to.
Yeah.
And now, like, computer science, only, like, the hottest fucking degree at the moment. So, you know, like, that would have been a really smart, like, career decision-wise. And it's not like I don't like computers. Like, I've done programming. I enjoy programming. I enjoy computers and technology.
You are a computer.
And so then I did it. I took one programming class. I decided, like, I'm not going to do this. I love meteorology too much.
No, you had one shitty professor, and you were just turned off. You were like, I don't like this. And I remember thinking, like, please just take, like, one more computer science class. You might like it. It might have just been that class. Like, fuck. I had some bad communications classes, but overall, I had a lot of good ones.
I stuck with meteorology. I honestly think part of it is because, like, I was sold on the cult of meteorology and that, like, there will be tons of jobs when you graduate, especially when you graduate from Millersville. We're one of the top in the nation.
They literally, the meteorology department at Millersville literally lied and was just like, this is a thriving, booming career, and just because you went to Millersville, you're going to do so well. And, like, most of the people are either in grad school, which you didn't
I don't want to fucking go to grad school. I just got out of college, and I've really just, like, I'm not feeling like...
You just want to go to work.
Yeah, I'm already, like, so much in debt. That's the least thing that I want to do right now. Like, and...
I don't know how.
So then, like, bachelor's degree, it's like, you need fucking, like, 20 years of experience to get any job. So, like, I'm just kind of like... Maybe I should have left meteorology as a hobby and done computer science, because I would have still enjoyed that anyway.
I know,
it's very lucrative.
Well, yeah.
And, like, now meteorology is, like, evolving into computer science, because all of the fucking shit that we do is just computer models and stuff. So, well, like, it's literally like computer science.
Look at all the computer science-y jobs that you have gotten that I'm surprised that you were able to get without having the computer science degree.
Yeah, it was because I had, like, a science degree.
In general. Like, you've had multiple tech support jobs, and it's like... And you've gotten job offers in the past for, like, literally just IT jobs, and you'd be surprised just, like, having a degree
in
can
a
matter
relevant field.
Can actually, like, you know, English and communications, they kind of go, like, hand in hand.
Yeah.
And so, like, it's interesting what you think you might not be eligible to get, that you just apply to everything, man. Just fucking put your resume everywhere, man. Yeah. God, that is just so key.
Okay, but yeah. That was my biggest regret, was not changing my major. Words.
My biggest regret was probably getting, I mean, this wasn't, like, really my fault, because my parents signed me up, but it was getting, like, the bigger meal plan, because you just, I mean, like, I eat a lot, man. I love food, and so, yes, you would think, you know, get a big meal plan, never be hungry. There was just so much leftover fucking meals, and so many leftover, like, we have this, like, flex money. I'm sure, like, your school might have something similar, where you just get, like, money to spend on snacks and stuff that are, like, at different stores on your campus that aren't, like, necessarily the dining hall. And so I always had, like, you know, the end of the semester, you have to, like, pay all that flex, or you have to, like, spend it all because it doesn't roll over, and you don't want to waste your goddamn money that you already paid for on fake money, instead of getting that money back.
Yeah.
Like... Yeah. No, you just have to spend it all, so we're just buying Pop-Tarts. Like, just so many Pop-Tarts.
Overpriced fucking Pop-Tarts
and, like,
shit.
yeah, like, $12 bottles of, like, soda, or, like, not really, but, like, you know, like, remember how expensive cereal cost?
Yeah.
Like, those, you know those cups of cereal that look like Easy Mac, but they're just, like, a cup of cereal? You see those at a grocery store, they're probably, like, 40 cents, maybe 25, maybe 50 at most. At our school, they were $1.25. Like,
remember
that's
how
insane.
Fucking expensive Uncrustables were?
They were probably, like, a delicacy, and they were, like, $3, maybe.
Oh, man.
But, yeah, the meal plan, definitely a big regret for me.
That was... Oh, man. Just thinking about all the food that we were eating now.
Oh, man, don't even get me started. Any roommate horror stories? God, I mean... Where do we begin?
Hell! Oh my god, there's literally like every roommate. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
like,
we had some good ones.
We had some good ones.
Majority, I mean, and like, don't be afraid because you'll have a laugh later in life, but it will be fucking shitty. Like, it happens to everybody. Like, even if you go and live with people that you think you're friends with, it will end badly. Like, it doesn't matter. I feel like it's very hard to have like a really good roommate experience unless you're both brand new to each other's lives and you're both hella introverted or like both really extroverted. But even there you can run into some problems. I feel like if you're both extremely introverted, like I'm thinking INTJs. 2 INTJs living together would be fab, I feel. You get your work done.
Yeah.
But horror stories, I mean, I don't know. Chris, you talk first because you've had some.
I've had a run-of-the-mill fucking stereotypical bad roommate, and I apologize if you guys hear any sirens. City living, you know.
They're used to it at this point.
So, sophomore year roommate.
Oh my god.
Oh god, that was the worst.
Codename Stinkbug.
Codename Stinkbug because he smelled.
It wasn't that he smelled; it was the amount of trash that he slept on in. Not. It was like a trash bunker.
Like he had an industrial sized trash can like that you see in like a movie theater, like a dining hall or something like that. He had one of those in our dorm,
filled with food and like stacked on top with like pizza boxes.
Yeah,
and everything still had like food in it.
And he also had he had a water bottle mountain, as I called it, underneath his bed.
Oh yeah.
I'm not exaggerating when I say that there was a clean cut line between
like
our sides of the room, and I pushed all of his garbage onto his side. But like,
you didn't have like a lot of stuff, and his was just all trash.
Yeah,
and it was like, when I say it was dirty, like, God, I am so glad that I didn't ever have to dorm with dudes.
Yeah. But, like, the worst part of it was, he would always be out really late, even on, like, the middle of the weekdays, because he was in a frat. And so, like, I'd be in the room fucking sleeping, and then it
would be, like, 3 in the morning.
Yeah, he would come drunkenly stumbling in with an incredibly bad cough from smoking so much, and, like, just be like coughing and stumbling around with all of his garbage, and then he'd throw on his fucking laptop and start watching 30 fucking Rock.
We could never, like, there have been people that are like, have you watched 30 Rock? And I'm like, not on purpose.
I am never watching that show.
The theme song is like burned into my fucking brain.
Oh my god.
Because it would be like a Tuesday, we'd have like an 8 a.m. and then it would be like he'd come in at like 4 in the morning and
watch it without headphones, and I'd have to wake up and be like, hey, Stinkbug, can you put in headphones? And be like, oh, yeah, man, sorry. I didn't even think about that. Don't worry
so
about
bad
it.
Because, like, he was so nice, and he was so friendly, but he just, like, did not have a clue about how to, like, share a room with somebody, I guess. Because, like, that, you know, it was just, like, small things like that. But that were, you know, he was like, yo, man, I, like, didn't even think about putting in headphones when I watch TV at 4 in the morning. Like, yeah, it's crazy. Good idea. Like, life hacks. Like,
I'm so sorry about that.
Yeah. But he was really nice. But it really smelled bad. The whole room.
Oh, God, that was a bad year.
Yeah, we were having roommate trouble on both ends on that year. So, like, we just had nowhere to go. Like, we were both just like, fuck, I just want to die. And the times that I would have to sleep over in your room, like...
They would pull that shit when you were sleeping over, too.
I know.
Like, oh, man, that was rough. But, yeah.
Really harsh?
I could go on forever.
I know. I don't even know. Like, I mean, we were living with a meteorology major who was obsessed with, like, looking at the weather, clearly, because that's just their lives. And I remember when we got squeezy, we were living in an apartment, and he would just, like, run out the front door to, like, just open it wide open just to, like, stare at the sky, even though, you know, we had windows. We actually had a fucking sliding glass door that was plenty large for you to look out the window and have a screen, you know, even there. And, like, I can't tell you how many fucking, like, heart attacks I almost had over Squeezy, like, trying to bolt for the goddamn door, because he's not, you know, he was from the outside. He was like, I remember this. And I was just always like, can you not do that? Like, where you just stand with the door wide open with this cat? And I would just have to keep telling him. and that was really annoying.
Not only the fact that, like, Squeezy would run away, but, like, also we weren't supposed to have him.
Oh, yeah, so if he ran away and I'm, like, running around, like, looking for this cat, alright, don't recommend doing that. Like, no regrets, Squeezy, you're my buddy. But, like, I wouldn't recommend getting a cat that you're not supposed to have.
Yeah, that was
because
stress.
it will just cause you stress. Like, luckily, our MA, when we were living in an apartment, it was, like, Tyler, so, like, he didn't give a fuck. He was like, I don't care. And so we lucked out. But don't recommend that.
Just another added stress to the already stressful experience.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm so glad we got Squeezy, but I don't recommend that at
No
all.
regrets.
Oh my god, regrets.
Regrets.
What was the thing about college that surprised you guys the most? I think for me, it was like, you know, coming from a public high school in a not so great area, like, you kind of don't expect your teachers to give a shit. So when you go to college and you're spending thousands of dollars, you expect your professors who have chosen a fabulous time of the afternoon that they want to teach their course, selected of all of their lessons that they hand created. You'd think there'd be some passion, and you'd be surprised at how many professors don't fucking care and don't give a shit. I had a professor that...
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. He would never show up, and you just get an email from, not even just from him, it was like his assistant that would send us an email, like, every week. I was like a Tuesday, Thursday class, and you get he's not going to be here. Have a great day. Like, just, he was never in class, and when you were there, like, you didn't have to do anything. I got an A, because once I got the idea of how he taught this class and not giving a shit, like, he would assign, like, hundreds of pages of reading. It was like an English class, and then we would talk about, True Blood in class.
Yeah, this is True Blood.
Oh, no, it was the Tutors.
Tutors.
Yeah, because it was...
I remember it was, like, some random HBO show.
Yeah, and that's what... and they would just, like, sit up in the front with, like, 3 nerds, and they would talk about the tutors, and the rest of us are just like, can we actually make use of the time that we have? And so, like, in the grand scheme of things, it was a GPA booster, and that's why you took him. And there will be people that to take just because you know that they don't give a shit and you can get an easy A, which is sad, but, like, I was just surprised. Like, I went to that class, once I got the idea, and I had read Rate My Professor, which, do it, because it helps.
Oh my god, Rate My Professor, I totally forgot about that.
A website that we used to frequent so often. Now, it's, like, honestly, it is helpful. Like, it's really helpful.
Wow.
Oh, man. But, yeah, like, I showed up, like, probably 5 times, and I got an A, and I remember my final project was I drew on a poster board. I wrote, like, a sonnet from Shakespeare, and I drew a bird cage, and I handed it to him, and I didn't color it at all or anything. And I remember he was like, I love that you chose this black on white, just, like, it's really contrasting, and it really pairs well. Like, he was just a literal shitpost. And, like, it was just so fucked up.
Oh, man.
What was surprising for you?
Surprising for me... man, I mean, I was gonna say something along a similar route.
Oh, damn it.
But, I guess I could also... that wasn't really surprised, but, like, how many people were, like, didn't know... You know what? This was surprising. How many people didn't know how to fucking, like, be a human, like, without parents being around?
Oh, like... cooking for themselves, or like laundry, or
like planning themselves, like doing like scheduling and like learning how to like run their own lives without having somebody else like there to help them with it.
Yeah,
that's kind of surprising. There was a lot of people like that.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Like paying bills, like especially once you're living off campus and you have to like start renting and all that kind of stuff. It's like a little daunting because you're like, maybe 20, maybe 21. You're like, oh, how do I do all this? But like, I don't know, you kind of get it. You just get used to it. I feel like I don't even remember what life was like before bills at this point.
What a time.
Best and worst dining hall meal, and was the coffee any good?
Coffee was fucking shit.
Coffee was terrible across the board. The only good place you could get a coffee was the fake Starbucks that I worked at, but even then it wasn't like that great.
Also, like,
but it was better.
When I worked in the dining hall, and there was like one roast. It all came in like prepackaged bags, and it obviously was not enough grounds to like make a good pot of coffee. But I would try and make the one roast that was semi-decent. It was like, was it like vanilla macadamia or something like that? I made that one a lot because it was one that was somewhat decent enough to drink. So coffee was fucking shit, and that was really horrible. We went to Dunkin' Donuts and Starbucks a lot.
Yeah.
Once I had
the
my
Wawa
car,
was too fucking far away.
Oh my god, Wawa was like a half hour away. Screw being in the middle of nowhere.
I'll never.
But
recommend
what was
that.
the best and worst food in dining hall?
Well, the best was the grilled cheese lunch parade.
Yeah.
Maybe. What? You don't feel that?
No, I feel like there was something that
I looked
really
forward to it.
missing that like everybody was really excited for because it was actually.
Oh, it was those buffalo chicken strips.
Yeah, those were fucking.
You
good
like, and
too.
then they started like being like, you can only have 5 because like people were fucking crazy with the buffalo chicken strips. I wasn't really a big fan because I'm not a big chicken.
Yeah,
lover.
I really like those.
The salad bar was my favorite because it was the only thing that felt somewhat fresh.
Yeah.
In this, and it wasn't because I worked downstairs in the kitchen. Like we would have to go to the freezers and you just see like all of the salad shit.
What was the worst?
The worst was the soup bar.
Oh,
the soups were not only just water with beans. They would have this like crust layer that would form over them in like the bins that you pour, like, and then there was literally, I know this just because I had a lot of friends and Chris also worked at the dining hall. There's a literal job assigned to somebody whose job is to keep stirring the soup so that crust doesn't form.
Yeah,
like,
that's fucked up.
Is that not fucked up? That was definitely the worst.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
What was your worst?
I was gonna say like, when they just had like really like overcooked meats.
Well, that was every day. Fajita bar was like this leather steak.
Yeah.
And like these refried beans that have been refried one too many times, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, God. That shit was terrible.
I would say like even like the pizza was just really bad too. Like everything was just bad, okay? Like, it was just,
don't have high expectations.
It was just all not good.
You know what's fucked up though? Like everybody, like I feel like every other school has like actual restaurants on campus where like, you can spend like your money on.
When we went to Shippensburg and they had like a Quiznos and like a fucking like real Starbucks that had like the real furniture and like wallpaper. That it was like an actual.
And it had a couple other like chains in there too. I don't think I ever heard of them, but they were like chains.
Yeah, and like at Pittsburgh University, at Pitt they fucking have I think it's Chick-fil-A or Taco Bell or something like really
like that's
known.
And like you could actually use like your money that you like your meal plan flex dollars or whatever the hell you call it.
Remember when we had Salad Works
for like one semester?
One semester there was a random van that would just sell us Salad Works and it was on our meal plan and it was the greatest semester of my life. Remember we would all like, get so excited to stand in that stupid line. And then they got rid of it.
There was a fucking trailer outside one of the buildings.
Yeah.
And then, like...
And then it turned into a cheesesteak trailer.
Yeah.
Remember that one time we were, like, out in Brookwood, and we saw, like, a random cheesesteak van, and, like, we couldn't tell if, like, it was a mirage, because we were just, like, really trashed, but, like, it existed.
Yeah, I remember.
Do you remember that? It was weird.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
Dining hall food's not...
I was so jealous that our school didn't have that kind of crap.
I know. Let us know if your school did. And then also, fuck you.
If it did, screw you.
When did you know what you wanted to study in college? Was it an easy decision and any regrets? I mean, you already talked about your regrets.
I already pretty much answered that, but to just answer, like, yeah, I did know it for, like, a long ass time. Because I love every meteorology major on the planet just, like, knows it as soon as they come out of the womb. They're like, I want to study weather.
Wasn't there was that one kid that I had a class with that was like, my life changed when I saw that movie. What is it? Twister.
Yeah.
And, you know, that was, I remember he cried during his speech about it. And, like, it was very emotional.
So, I mean, I already answered this question. So, I mean, like, what about you, though?
I mean, okay. When I went to college, I thought I was going to be an English teacher for high school students.
In the English education track.
So your education and English. What the fuck was I thinking? First of all, I had just come from a school district that has, like, literally shit all over its name. It's a horrible district to work for, and so I had no desire to work for that school district that it was, like, tangible slightly, I guess, because it's, like, where I lived. And then teaching jobs just didn't seem like
There's a lot of shit you gotta go through.
There's so much you have to do, and I spent so much money doing the praxis and the fucking background checks, even though I was like 15. Like, I guess you could do stuff, but like, it just so many things. And then I just first was education was done. I was like, fuck this. Like, I don't want to be a teacher. I don't want to be stuck in high school for the rest of my life, and I don't want to just do any of this. And then I was like, I'll be an English major. I'll be a best-selling author, and I'll be an enthusiast. Like, honestly, I don't really... I mean, there's a million ways that you could go with an English major, like, job-wise. Like, there's you don't have to be a writer. You can do all sorts of stuff. But I just really wasn't... My heart was not in it. I was like... I just thought that was what I was supposed to be doing because I had always wanted to be an English teacher because I had, like, a couple of good English teachers and was like, I'll do this. And then I was like, nope, can't do this. And so, I don't know. So my heart wasn't just in being an English major. So I was, like, at this point doing YouTube stuff, and it seemed like it could be a thing. And so I just was like, I'll do communication. I'm good at talking. I'm good at being on a stage. I'm good at giving presentations. Seems like a good fit. The only other thing I could have done was, like, business. And maybe eventually, when I'm not thousands of dollars in debt, I'll get a business degree because that would be cool.
Yeah, that could be beneficial.
And useful, but... I
feel like communication was, like,
communication was the closest thing I could do.
Can you major in YouTube?
No. Like, I wanted to do, like, digital media or, like, just, I don't know, something like that. But I went to, like, some basic-ass school, so, communication. But it works. And, yeah, I don't regret that,
Yep.
I have an English minor.
Oh, yeah, that's true, because you, like, literally took...
I took every English class, which also I needed, because when you're going to a liberal arts school, you need, like, this many writing courses and this many this, so I had all the writing courses knocked out very fast.
Man, our tracks were, like, so opposite. You were, like, in the arts communications track, and I was in the science track, and they were, like, so flip-flopped.
Well, it was just weird, because, like, I didn't think I was going to be able to finish, because... I switched my major like junior year. So it was pretty far in.
So it's still possible.
So yeah. So all those people that are like, I mean, I had a friend that switched their major, like they were doing an education track and they did the whole student teaching thing and decided that it wasn't for them, stopped, and then got out of the education track and just did like whatever course
and that was senior year.
And that was literally the last semester of senior year. Like, and they had to take, like, a couple of summer classes. And I had always been taking, like, summer and winter courses. So, like, that's key when you're, like, fucking your life up by switching your major a lot. But, yeah, it's possible. Like, you can get there.
Don't worry about it if you change your major. Because, like, how are you expected to know where you want to be in, like, 30 years?
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm starting next week. Any advice in general about meeting new people? I have advice. Get a job on campus. It will... Yes, that works the best, in my opinion, from my experience.
Well...
If you can get a job on campus.
Obviously, like, the first couple, like, weeks or so, I mean, if you're going for the first time, you're going to be in orientation, all that stuff. You're just going to be hanging out with people that you're, like, in your orientation group, or, like...
Or in your dorm room.
Or in your dorm area, so, like, you're just going to be hanging out with them. And then, eventually, like, for me, it happened kind of just, like, naturally, like... met people through I found people that I actually could tolerate in my dorm room area, and then I, like, met people through them, and then, like, I met people through my major and through my classes. Whereas, like, where I met a lot of my friends, and, like, I'm sure that, depending on what your major is, you might as well, but, like, the meteorology clan was, like, really, like...
a small group.
I keep calling them a cult, because it was, like, a cult. We were just all hung out together and did everything together, and so, like, that's where a lot of my friends came from, so, like, don't worry about it if, like, things aren't happening right away. It'll fucking happen. It'll happen naturally. Especially, like, if you feel like you're not clicking with anybody that's in your orientation group or in your dorm area.
Yeah. Because, like, for me, I got my job on campus, like, a few weeks into the first semester, like, 2 or 3 weeks. And then all of my friends were, like, the people I was working with at Starbucks. And it was great. But they were all older than me, so, like... Shannon was, like, my first, like, really good friend. Yeah. And then, she was already a senior. And so, or, like, was gonna be a senior. I think
she was a junior the year that you started.
So, like, all of my friends were much older than me at first because they had all been working on campus, since they were freshmen. And so, like, they were all leaving, and then it was kind of, like, hard because, like, my friends were constantly graduating.
Well, and then also, like, they were also, like, 21, and so they could go to, like, bars and stuff. So, like, it was hard to hang out sometimes, but...
Yeah, and then, you know, whatever. And then I would say, obviously, join some sort of club or group or whatever. Like, I joined our school's, like, music organization, and I met a lot of my friends through there. And you don't even have to, like, really do anything. Like, if you don't want to, you can just, like, go to the meetings, and that way you kind of, like, socialize and get into, like, those friend groups. I think those are...
I did that, too.
Yeah.
I was in the American Meteorological Society. Shocker.
Well, you guys, like, went on vacations. Like, you know, we just got, like, Subway. You know, whatever.
Just sat in a circle sang and ate some Subway.
Yeah. I'm going to go over to Tumblr now and see if there's anything there that I didn't answer because I was just on Twitter. Though we've been getting a lot of questions on how to deal with homesickness. I feel like this is something that we really didn't deal with, unfortunately.
Yeah. I mean, like, I was just, like, not that I had a bad home life or anything like that. I was just, like, I don't know. I just never felt homesick. I was just like, I'm excited. I'm going to school. I'm going to go learn things, and I want to be smart and learn things and meet new people. And I'm 2 hours away from my home, so, like, I'm not really that far away if I need to go home. But I never really felt homesick because I was just, like, trying to wrap myself up in, like, being in college and meeting new people. And, like, I mean, I did meet Rachel within the first semester, so, like, that kind of helped a little bit,
and
too.
that was all me. Don't even, like...
Listen.
It's really... Oh, my phone's dying. So
technicalities.
Tech this. Hang on. Let me get the charger.
So, I mean, like... man, I wish I had better advice because I know, like, tons of people struggle with being homesick and stuff like that. And I definitely knew people in school that were homesick, but
it obviously depends on, you know, how far away you live from your family. Like, you know, you're only living, like, 2 to 3 hours away, and same with me. I definitely was excited to get the fuck out of my situation that I was in previously, so I can't say I could really relate. When I would have to go home for breaks, I was, like, upset to, like, you know, be away from school because that was where I felt, like, most comfortable.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, but I would say, like, judging off of, like, what other people did, you know, sending each other shit in the mail is, like, really helpful.
Care packages and that kind of jazz.
Like, people that got care packages seem to really like that. And, you know, stuff like that. I would say, like, letters and Skyping and all that kind of good stuff. And being home for the holidays, like, at least you get off, unless you go to some fucked up school where you don't get off for the holidays. That's
technology, man, though. It's a beautiful thing. Skype them, call them, text them, whatever.
And, like, there were people that had, like, parents visit them,
yeah, that's
you know, and stuff. So, like, it happens. You'll be fine. You'll be surprised at just how much you're already worrying about that you'll probably feel homesick, but you just have so much other things that you can focus on because you'll be so stressed.
There's so much shit just going on.
There's
that,
just
like,
a lot.
You don't get the time to be homesick sometimes.
I move in tomorrow. Well, good luck. Have a great
move-in day, man.
Yeah.
What a fucking day.
It's honestly, like, an exciting day, though.
Yeah,
like,
it's
setting
really
up your
exciting.
dorm room for the first time.
Everybody's just like, oh, we're here, college, first day. Like, it's
like,
really,
I don't
really
want
exciting.
this to be like we're being really negative because,
No.
like, obviously college is stressful and it's going to be extremely stressful and expensive, and that's just, like, the game. But it will improve your life in some way or another, unless it's not your thing, because college isn't for everyone, obviously.
Yeah,
but like you know,
even though, like, I would have changed my major, and, like, it was expensive, and it was stressful, I would never trade that experience. And
personal growth alone.
I would do it again.
Oh, yeah. I'd do it better, though.
Yeah.
But anyway, I move in tomorrow. And what are your tips on staying somewhat sane in the middle of work, studying, and etc.? I'm slightly freaking out.
Oh, good luck to you.
Well, I'd say, like, dedicating time to do things that make you feel comforted. And whether that's, like, you know, reading a book that you have already read before or, like, that comforts you, or, you know, keeping up with your television shows if you have the time. Like, I know that you're going to be, like, overwhelmed with the socializing aspect and also the, like, if you're a part of clubs, like meetings and all that kind of stuff, and the schoolwork. But you have to, like, just remember to find time to do things that you like to do, that you're not obligated to do, or otherwise you're going to go fucking crazy.
Yeah, and, like, one of the ways, like, obviously you have to go to the classes and you have to go to your work during the times that you work. One of the things that you do, like, on your own time is, like, doing your studying and stuff like that. and like obviously fucking study, but also don't like sacrifice so much like personal time and like doing activities to study, and also don't stay up really, really late into
all-nighters will never help you.
All-nighters are never a good idea. Always get a good night's sleep.
Okay.
Well, no, I'm serious. Like,
I never got a good night's sleep, but I definitely didn't pull all-nighters.
Like,
I'd go to bed at like 2.
Like, during the first like year or two, I'd pull all-nighters or stay up really late and not sleep well, and then like I realized that like getting a good night's sleep was like a million times better. So like, I definitely I'm not trying to discourage studying, but like, don't kill yourself with like hours upon hours upon hours of studying.
Well, it backfires.
Yeah, definitely backfires. You need to unwind. You need to definitely set time to like even like go get coffee with friends, or like go to a party if that's your thing. You know, set time to go out to dinner with friends too.
I loved going out to dinner.
Yeah, that was really fun. Nothing like food, man. Food always helps. Getting food that's not the campus food. Going out and getting some real food.
That was always like a treat, even if it was like fucking dumb Olive Garden. Like, it was just such a nice break.
Those breadsticks.
Puts my breadsticks in my purse.
So, not gonna lie, it will be stressful. Like, it is a little stressful.
But just know that everyone at least is dealing with this. Like, and the people that like are seemingly not dealing with it, like either doing really, really well in school or like partying so much and like look like they're just having a great time and not worried. Everyone's fucking worried. Like, everyone is extremely stressed. And a lot of, like, the arguments that you'll be getting into and crap and, like, things that'll happen will seem really, like, fucked up and shitty, but it's all because everyone is just so fucking stressed.
Yeah.
And that's, like, the way that I like to look at it, at least in my opinion. So, I'm just... I know. I'm getting a little sweaty.
It's a little toasty in here.
I know. I want to open the window, but I don't actually want to.
No,
I just told people we're taking some last minute questions. How long have we been recording?
Oh, I don't know.
We're sitting in the dark, by the way.
Yeah, we're sitting in a literal dark right now. We've been at this for about an hour.
All right. So
cool.
We'll take some last minute questions, but I mean, God, like overall, the college experience, I think, like, you know, if you can do it, if this is something that you want to do and you can go away and live away from home, I think it's a good experience to have, because it really helps you.
It's a good transitional in between like, being a kid and being an adult. And
it also prepares you for being on your own slightly. Like, it's definitely nowhere near like what it's like to live outside of school. But at the same time, like, you learn some good shit about yourself too. Like, man,
that's like the biggest reward out of anything I got out of being in school.
The whole thing is like, there are so many people out there that'll be like, "You've changed," and like they mean it as a bad thing, which is so bizarre. But like, thank God I am nothing like the person I was graduating high school.
Same.
Then graduating college. Then even now, a year later after graduating.
Yeah.
Like,
if I was the same person...
There are obviously similar things about the people that we were, but, like, it's a better place.
Hell yeah. You need to grow. That's a good thing. You're gonna change, and you're gonna experience things, and you're gonna
question a lot.
You're gonna realize a lot about yourself, and you're gonna really decide who you are.
And what you want. Or decide that you don't know what you want.
And, like, we're taught to, like, you know... think about other people and, like, don't think about yourself, and, like, be really just, like, selfless. And, like, if you think about yourself and try and take care of yourself, you're being selfish and whatnot. But, like, this is the time
to work on yourself, in my opinion. Like, because you have the ability to do so. Like, I don't know.
You've got enough freedom now where you can make yourself be who you want to be. And I'm so glad I'm not the fucking person I was when I was going into school. I wouldn't be doing this podcast right now because I would not have like the kind of ability to just keep talking and like be improv. That's the word I'm looking for. I couldn't like improv at all, and I had like extreme stage fright. I would not be doing this right now if you met me when I was
literally
just graduating then.
It's so fucked up when I first met Chris, and, you know, a lot of the meteorologists were like, oh, we're going to be broadcast meteorologists. We want to be on TV. And Chris was like, nope, can't do that. I could never do this. Presentations, like, and you just kept getting better. And then, you know, I was putting you in my videos, and, like, I remember everyone, you know, was like, oh, he's so shy, he's so quiet, like, blah, 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 blah. And, like, a lot, you know, it took so much time. But, like,
honestly, some people thought I was like, is he okay? People were like, he's a little weird.
I remember those, quiet. Like, I was friends with a couple of, like, toxic people that, like, just didn't like Chris just because he was quiet. And, like, I could understand, like, okay, well, maybe they just feel, like, uncomfortable because he's not, like, a great conversationalist at the time. This is, like, freshman year, okay? And, like, man, were they wrong. But, like, I knew that because I was around you more often.
Yeah.
And when you were more comfortable. But, like, you know, it's a learning experience. Like, fuck, I was such, like, I mean, I was very confused. And I was very hurt, like, prior to going to college. And during college, I was just, like, under so much stress. And I was just starting this YouTube thing. And, like, you know, there would be people that were, like, you know, very critical of me. And I couldn't handle it at first because I was so critical of myself. And I had zero self-confidence. And I might have been loud and making rant videos and being like a kind of like a bitter, negative piece of shit. Like, that's kind of what I was like.
I feel like the tone of your videos as you've evolved through the years can kind of just like dictate like how your life
and that was me like having to like figure things out about myself because I was like questioning sexuality and I was just dealing with depression, just all this stuff. And having to, like, learn stuff about myself and also having to, like, get rid of people that were not helping me grow. And there were so many of those people in my life that I no longer speak to, and I am so happy that that's something that I was able to, like, handle. Because otherwise, who knows what I would be like, you know?
Yeah.
Just, you know, I had the time, and now I'm like, and I'm, you know, I'm not perfect, but like, I have so much more respect for the person that I am right now than I ever did before. Like, oh man, I didn't like myself at all. Now I enjoy me.
Yeah, same.
That's
you
important.
know, honestly, same. Like,
hopefully you come out of college feeling the same way. I feel like a lot of people do because you learn some important lessons.
Yep.
All right, so we've got a few more questions here, so let's just take these, and then I think we can do some more announcements and wrap it all up.
Yeah, I guess so.
Does it ever stop feeling like you have no idea what you're doing? I think you just start to ignore it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it ever stops, and, like, we still don't know what the fuck we're doing right now.
I think I said that, like, in an earlier show, or I might have just said it to you, but, like... It's really fucked up when you realize that every adult is just, like, figuring things out as they go to, and it's not really sure what's going on either.
You just start to ignore it.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. How'd y'all balance having a job and being a full-time college student? It's a great question.
Did we ever master that? I'm not sure that we did.
I don't know. Like, we were in a weird situation because a lot of the people that we were friends with had parents that, you know, were paying for all of their school and all of their rent and everything. And they were like, we just want you to focus on your studies, like, woo. And, like, part of me is, like, happy that that wasn't my life or reality because I learned how to fucking budget money and pay bills and be an adult and save my money and, like, just really, you know...
do a lot of, like,
man.
the real...
We should do a whole video on, like, how we coupon.
Oh, my God.
Just, like, our money saving. We're nuts, but, like, it, you know, we had to be very diligent about saving money and, you know, working, and so it was stressful. Obviously, I wish I had had more time to spend on my studies than having to show up 20 hours a week to work, but you manage it by, you know, if you're getting an online, you know... What was I going to say? If you're getting an on-campus, not an online job. If you have an online job, like me...
Fucking awesome.
It's great. But, like, when I was working at Starbucks before, I was taking YouTube more of, like, a job situation before it, like, was really time-consuming, TBH. Because I remember when I didn't edit videos.
Yeah.
Like, crazy. So, I was working at Starbucks 20 hours a week on top of, you know, taking 5 classes every semester, and it sucked. But when you work on campus, you have a lot of people that are also working on campus. And so it's a lot easier to get people to cover your shifts if you have like a big project or test or exam or anything like that you're like, I can't work tonight, I really need to study. There's a lot more people that are like, they get it and they're willing to cover your shifts, rather than if you can work outside of campus at like a restaurant or something. Because I had a lot of friends that like worked at restaurants, around in the area, and it's like they're having trouble finding people to cover shifts because of this and that.
Yeah, I had an on-campus job too, so like...
On campus is where it's at. If you can get a job on campus, I would highly recommend it. They're very forgiving, and scheduling is so much easier.
Yeah, they just know that, like, you're in school, so like...
Yeah, but I guess, juggling it was... I don't think we ever really mastered it.
I mean, like... You just, like, you have the times when you're in class, you have the times when you're at work, and then you just have to fit in the... work, studying time, and the fun time in between those hours.
When do you think is a good time to start applying for scholarships?
What year are you? Because I would say...
Right now, while you're thinking about it, I guess.
Definitely by junior year.
Definitely, at the very latest. But I would say, like, pretty early into junior year.
Definitely, because
but like,
I never got a scholarship personally, so I never did.
I got a $50 scholarship from choir, and it covered half of a textbook.
That's some bank right there.
That was so much help.
Yeah, I never got one, but
yeah.
I applied for a bunch. I pretty much did it around the time I was applying for school, which was all junior year.
Yeah, but that's why we didn't get it. Maybe we're not the best people to ask.
Yeah, we didn't get any, really. You got a $50 one from being in choir, but, yeah, we didn't really get any. So, my advice for applying for scholarships may not be the best, considering we did not get it.
Okay. That's a good one. Any advice related to student loans or grants, how to go about finding them and applying for them?
Well, FAFSA is your friend, even though it's
not your friend.
It's not your friend, but like
it's that family member that you wish you weren't blood related to because they're so horrible.
But you have to
deal with
them. You have to talk to them at Christmas because like you do FAFSA like once a year. So
fuck FAFSA.
But obviously that's like the first step is doing that.
I think all of my student loans were through FAFSA.
Yeah.
I
have private loans on top of my government loans. So
why?
Because they didn't cover it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's very confusing. I'm not gonna lie to you. My parents did a lot of the heavy lifting on the, like, applying for all this shit. I'm just paying for it. So, like...
But, I mean...
Well, there's also people on campus that are, like... supposed to be helpful about this, which is good because I know I was on the phone with those people at registrar and finance and all that crap at my school all the time.
I mean, like, obviously if you can get a grant, like, that's really awesome. I think I might have got a couple of grants, but I mean, just go through FAFSA. If that's not enough, I'd say like go to a bank that you like trust or that you use or whatever, and like go in there and like sit down and talk with a person that's actually there about like what you need to do to set up. What you
can do.
Because like it's really helpful to actually go in there and like talk to them and try and figure it all out online because you probably just like confuse yourself.
And being over the phone is a pain in the ass, and like it's sometimes confusing if you like have never had credit and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's definitely helpful just, like, go in if you need to get the extra outside loans and shop around. Obviously, maybe the bank you're at's not, like, the best for interest rates, stuff like that,
Yeah.
That's the best advice I could really give is just, like, go in and talk to them.
What would your cats major in if they went to college?
Whoa!
I love this question!
Any question about the cats, honestly?
Oh, okay, really fast, before we answer this, I have an idea for a future podcast, but I need to know if you guys think it would be fun / worthy of your ears. I want to Myers-Briggs test the cats out loud, doing this on the podcast, just like an episode where we Myers-Briggs them and we, because like honestly I think it would be great and hilarious, but I just want to throw that out there as an idea I have. But anyway, the cats, what would they major in? Lila would major in, I feel like she would be like,
you have to have a good...
I would say she would be, like, culinary. No?
Yeah, maybe. I mean...
Or, like, sociology. Like, I feel like Lila could be, like, a social worker.
Oh, my God.
Like, she's very friendly, you know, she's just kind, helpful.
Yeah.
Really chunks
She's just
along.
never, like, mad. Always really kind and...
Very professional, that cat.
Yeah.
Very professional.
Yeah, definitely. Put those chunks in a suit and...
Oh, my God.
Yeah, okay. She can major in social work.
I would say either social work or culinary, honestly.
Culinary.
Whatever. Squeezo.
Squeezo.
Oh, man.
What do you need to major in to work at the DMV? Maybe that's social work.
I don't know, but that's a good one. But I would say, I feel like Squeezy would major in, what's like the most douchey major? Because he's such a douche, you know? Like, he's got that bro aesthetic to him. Like, what are the bros?
Business?
No. Not business. It's like history.
Really?
Squistery.
Squistery?
You don't think you could picture him? Didn't I talk about that one time that he looks like a history professor?
Yeah, I think he did, actually.
There was like a photo of him where he literally looked like he could teach like a intro to history.
He would be a history professor if with a degree in history.
I would say so.
And he'd just be that really pissed off professor.
Or like a geography.
Squeography.
I don't know. That's what I feel. I feel like he teaches like, I don't know.
It's always harder to pin down.
It's always those bros with the history major, and you're like, okay.
Oh man.
If Squeezy was in college, would he be a robust frat bro chunk? Yes.
Yeah.
To put it quite honestly. I feel like, alright, so I have two different aesthetics for Squeezy. Sometimes he's like a frat bro. And then sometimes he's like that douchebag guy that like thinks he's like philosophical or reads like On the Road twice and is like, whoa, I am like just, you know, I write in the margins, you know, like that fucking shithead. Like the guys that like listen to Sufjan Stevens and they're like, yeah, I just went to like a killer Jack Johnson concert, you know.
Oh
like,
my god.
You know, like, I feel like that could also be Squeezy, but I feel like he could also be like a frat bro. So it's very confusing. Both I consider different types of bro.
Yeah. Accurate.
That's what I would
say.
say.
So yeah, he'd be bro.
He would be bro.
He'd be bro.
Did you experience a post-grad funk? And if so, what helped you get over it? I feel like a useless lump. Okay, I definitely always feel like a lump. I feel like we definitely have dealt with the post-grad lumpiness.
But, I mean, we did, like, move within a month of graduating.
But that was, we had planned that. Like, think about you here. I'm, like, not doing well. I'm like, how do I make friends? I'm not in school and I'm not, like, working.
Yeah, true, definitely.
And you were working at QFC. Like, we were clearly in a lump stage.
Yeah.
We were sleeping on a mattress.
I was like, all I'm doing is working this minimum wage job at a grocery store, and I'm just throwing my application out left and right, just getting rejected left and right. We're just staying at home because we don't have money to do anything. And
God, like, we didn't even, like, experience, like, 20,000% of Seattle until, like, 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Because we just didn't have money to spend on anything.
And so then obviously we can't go out and hang out with people, and so we're not like making friends, and like not only did we just leave school, but we moved across the fucking country. Like,
I mean, I'd say like I got out of it by meeting people, like actually saying yes to like people that wanted to hang out with me that like I might have known like lived in the area from like social media and stuff. Like I think that was like helpful to me to like, and I'm sure this might not be your situation because you might not have moved somewhere where you don't know anybody.
Yeah.
So just like socializing and not being caught up on like what everybody else is doing, like if they're getting jobs and you're not, or you know, because you can't think like that because that is hard to deal with. Like I know that I'm sure that like, you know, I have thought like, oh well, they're getting this, you know, deal.
I've done that all the time,
and it's hard to like, you know, stay motivated when you're seeing other people being like more successful. But it has to drive you, and you will feel useless, honestly. But it will go away. And you're not. You're just in this weird, like, temporary period where it's kind of like, I'm not in my career path yet, but I'm not in school anymore. What do I do? And it's really, like, you just have to be diligent about applying to, like, everything under the sun, but keeping your head above water by still enjoying life and, like, doing fun stuff.
Do fun things.
Please, just go enjoy yourself in a cheap way.
You know, that's kind of like that's been our advice through, like, surviving college and also surviving, like, post-college stuff. Like, do fun things, because, like...
That are free.
Yeah, like, but, like...
How many times do we just, like, walk for fun?
Your 20s and stuff like that, like, you gotta experience stuff. You gotta do things. Gotta have fun.
But because, it's like, I'm not the type of 20-year-old that can, like, go backpacking across Europe, but I can go to a free park and maybe get some free popsicle samples.
Yeah.
And, like, that's fun. Go to Trader Joe's. If they have a sample, eat that. That was fun. It was free.
Oh, yeah, that pie.
Going to, like, markets that are, like, flea markets and shit. You're browsing at things, and it's free to browse. I don't know.
You just gotta go and fucking do fun things. You can't just wrap yourself up, meet all the stress of life. Like,
it's like, you can't let it just, like, take you down, because, man, I was in that funk, and I crawled out of it, and now I have, like, a fucking social life, finally, and I'm like, thank God.
We, like, make sure that, like, we do stuff. We don't...
I have, like, at least one plan a week, and that's, like, my goal. Plus, as an introvert, anything really drains me anyway.
Yes.
But, like, I have, like, one solid good thing to look forward to each week, whether it's, like, something small, like going to the grocery store to get stuff to bake something, or big, like, go to this thing, you know, like, whatever. Like a show or some shit. Like, a movie. I don't know.
Yeah.
I try to do, like, one cool thing a week, so that I'm like, okay. But there are definitely weeks where I don't do shit. Yeah. Like, besides work on my videos and play with the cats. And you know what? Who cares? I think that's my number one thing, and I think I can make a whole goddamn, like, podcast about it, is, like, yo, if you want to stay home and relax, and that's what you want to fucking do, and that's what helps you not feel stressed about the weight of the goddamn world, then do it. Who gives a fuck? Oh, I didn't go out to a bar, and I didn't post something about eating out at a restaurant, so I'm, like, failing at life. No, you're not. You're doing whatever you goddamn want. That's the thing as an adult. You get to do whatever the fuck you want, and if what you want to do is stay home, do it.
Yeah.
It's free.
True. Yeah.
Like, that's half the reason why I do it. But, like, you know, obviously still socialize. You don't want to be isolated. But, you know, that's
do what you want to do and have fun.
And don't worry about what some stupid fucking list on Thought Cloud or Thought Catalog wants you to do. Like, 27 things you need to do in your 20s. And it's, like, a million things that you can't afford. Like, fuck Thought Catalog, okay? That's like a whole other rant. I always see that on my Facebook.
I've never seen that before.
It's a lot of, not to be, like, stereotypical, but a lot of the women I am friends with on Facebook post it. And it's just because it's, like, all these bullshit lists that are, like, 17 things you're doing fucked up in your 20s. And it's, like, you're texting too much. I don't know. Just, like, dumb shit. It's just to put, like, ideas in your head. But it's a Thought Catalog, I guess. But it's done, because it's always, like, 27 things that you should do in your 20s, and it's like, go kayaking in the Nile River, and it's like, go traipsing across Europe, and go visit the movie sets of every franchise in the Harry Potter, what? I don't even know what I'm saying.
Yeah. You
know what I mean? And I'm like, bitch, I'm poor. Like, I can't do this. I can't become a surfer. I don't live near surfing. No, I'm just kidding. But, like, it's just fucked up. I hate those lists. Oh, man. Especially their ones about relationships. They're always just like, communicate. Like, really? Are you sure?
Genius.
Wow. That's breakthrough advice. Any announcements? Because I think we wrapped it up on the college. We could always do another one of these. You know, I know there's a lot of questions about college.
Understandably. Announcement-wise, so, calling all artists and graphical designers and whatnot.
Photoshop queens.
If you haven't noticed, our Twitter does not have, is that like a banner?
It's like a cover photo.
Cover photo or whatever. Does not have one of those. Also, if you're a Patreon, or if you've seen our Patreon feed, also does not have one. Or no, wait, no, it's not Patreon, it's SoundCloud. SoundCloud, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
our SoundCloud
banner.
does not have it. So, if you would like to make us a fun little design to put up there, anything you think would be kind of cool.
Yeah, like, I don't know, like coffee cups or beans or our names, you know, just
But
like...
if you have any artistic abilities whatsoever.
And you want to help us make a cover photo, it could really... All I wanted to say is, like, Coffee with Chachel, a podcast. What is our tagline?
Our tagline is...
the only thing filtered is the coffee.
Yeah, we can't even fucking name our tagline.
I know, we're shitty people. No, so, like, that's all I wanted. It could be anything.
Just send that though to CoffeeWithChrachel@gmail.com.
We're currently going through all the emails about the intro music, and I'm like really torn because a lot of people really just like the straight up coffee pour, but we have gotten some really good ideas. So
keep letting us know what you like.
What do you like more? What do you think? Do you want the intrigue of an intro song, or do you like the simplicity, modern design of a coffee pour?
Yes,
Tell us.
Let us know, and also back to that artwork. Please, for the love of God, put like your signature or like something to signify that it's your work, because I won't put a piece of work up there that does not have
like a copyright
or something,
or
because
like
I want you to be known for like what you're doing. So like, I'm not going to put one up there if it doesn't have that on.
Whenever somebody, like, I have my current like YouTube banners and stuff, Lauren Schroer made it for me and it has her little thing up there, and like if anybody were to ever ask me like, hey, who did your banner, or like, do you have anyone to recommend, I would be like, yo, this binge, because I love her and I love what she did for my channel. It looks awesome. So like, if you're gonna do this, like, hell yeah, we'll help you out, hopefully, because I know that a lot of like graphic designers are like
need something for your portfolio.
Want work.
You got to build up your portfolio, and so that kind of helps.
Yeah.
Other announcements. If you guys wouldn't mind, we have a little survey that we would like you to fill out just to learn a little bit more about who's listening.
We want your credit card numbers.
Exactly. We want to hack you,
put
your stuff on the darknet, everything.
Oh my god.
So
it's literally 5 questions long, right? It's like 5.
It's like 5 questions. Won't take much time at all. I'm going to put it on CoffeeWithChrachel.com, post it on Twitter.
We'll tweet the link to it as soon as this comes out.
Yeah, we'll put it up.
We could pin the tweet on the Twitter. The tweet on the Twitter.
Yeah, tweet.
Tweedledee. But yeah, it would be really helpful.
Yes, if you could do that as well. That'd be really, really awesome.
But yeah.
Oh, that's all the announcements. So now let's talk about our patrons.
The benches.
The benches. Oh
Jesus.
My God.
We have to have like a pep talk like next time. Like, listen, they're benches. This is how we're announcing it. All right. Shout out to our benches. These are our 10.
No, we got a $20 bench.
Oh my god,
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Oh my god, it's so fucked up. Like, I have to, like, it says, holy shit, you rock, and I just said that out loud as I read it. Alright. Raleigh Blevins. Sup, Benchins.
Thank you so much. You are
my chair keeps farting. Do you hear this? I'm leaning over.
Your chair, yes, of course. That's what it is.
It is, I promise. I would definitely let you guys know if I let out a nice little toot. So, Raleigh Blevins, or Benchins, thank you so much for being an awesome patron, and we hope you enjoy your photo of... I already know what it's going to be of, but don't say anything, Chris. Don't you dare.
Secrets.
It's a surprise. Alright. Next are our $10 benches. We have Elizabeth Doles. Sup, Dole Whip. I've never had one of those. Have you ever heard of a Dole Whip?
No.
It's like a thing at Disneyland, but I don't know. A lot of YouTubers have done, like, DIY of it, so that's probably why I know what it is.
I've never heard of this.
It's like a pineapple drink. I hope you're as good as a pineapple drink,
okay.
Elizabeth. Next. Go.
Let me see. Stop shaking the laptop.
Sorry.
Rachel Leask.
At the least you could do is listen to this podcast, Rachel, and you did just that. I'm, like, on the roll with this.
God
like,
damn.
I love doing this.
Mackenzie Knight, it's as clear as day that
No!
you are. I know. I'm trying to change it up from every...
But I feel like they're going to have, like, a signature binge.
All right, fine.
I mean, whatever. Do what you want. Mackenzie's probably like, I'm fine either way. It's been night and day since you've been a patron. The changes to my life. All right. Alexandria Johnson. This bench that I know very well, who I will be meeting in like a week, actually. So hit me up if you're actually still coming to Seattle.
Yeah.
I'm buying you a real life coffee with Chachel. Are you going to come?
Duh.
Oh, cool.
If I can, I will be there.
Well, good. And last but certainly not least, because you are our very first Patreon, My binge, Rachel Evans.
Chris Evans. That's a joke at me the first time. Are you related?
Evan Rachel Wood.
You need to let us know. We still haven't gotten an answer.
Yeah, Rachel, hit us up. Let us know.
What the fuck?
But you can always sign up to help support this podcast and the feeding of the jokes. If you want, we're patreon.com/CoffeeWithChrachel.
Yes, if you'd like to hear us butcher your name and then try and make shitty jokes.
Yeah.
That's the place to be.
Yeah, / if you want Polaroids and stuff. We have some cool prizes. All that.
A lot of cat-centric prizes.
Prizes. It's more like, I don't know. It's not a prize. But yeah, so thank you to all the benches out there in the world. You mean a lot to us, seriously. And
yeah, thank you so much.
especially the people that have signed up, and we've only had this is the 5th episode. Your faith is in our coffee beans, and we appreciate it. That's fucked up.
Thank you to everybody who we already know have already bought us a bag of coffee.
Yes, or anybody that listened to this stupid podcast. Seriously.
Yeah.
I'm still, in shock. I just talked about this on my YouTube channel again. I was like, yo, this is crazy. Really, aren't we on, the top 100 page now on iTunes?
The last time I looked at it, we were number, 98 on, the actual, just, top podcast list.
And I know everybody just laughed, but, there are probably billions of podcasts.
And in the comedy category, we were number 23.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So, thank you guys so much for putting...
That's so cool.
That's I know, a lot of, Rooster Teeth podcasts and, Grace's podcast and Tyler's podcast, they're all kind of, in that category, too.
Damn.
So, thank you guys for putting us on the map.
Apparently, putting it out on iTunes when that finally happened, that was, very helpful. So, I'm glad... Because that's my preferred vehicle for listening to podcasts. I like my iTunes app.
Guys,
my podcast app.
we can see obviously statistics about how many of you guys listen, and we're already at over 20,000 downloads on the show, and that's a lot. That's so much more than I ever would have expected.
Seriously. That's more subscribers than my vlog channel got.
God damn.
And I don't use that channel.
I never thought in a million years that this was going to be so popular so fast.
Yeah. So thank you all very, very much for listening and having a cup of coffee with us.
I look forward to doing this, and I have so much fun sitting down and talking.
It's so fun. This is probably my new favorite project that I get to work on,
It's so fun.
Are we out of coffee?
I think so.
Really?
Yeah.
No. Wait, let me feel it. Oh my god, we really are almost out. This was such a great cup of coffee. Thank you so much, Rebecca and Rachel, for sending us...
Coffee Plant Roasters, you guys had
Seriously.
a fucking great cup of coffee.
You have my heart. You have my heart.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So this coffee, I'm out. And I had a big ass mug, so this is fucked up.
I had a nice Star Trek mug.
I'm so sad about it, though. But anyway, thank you for sitting down, having a cup of coffee with us from your morning commute or wherever the hell you are listening. Yep. And I guess we'll see you in the next episode.
Yeah. Well, next week.
See you next week.
See you next week.